March 25th. When you feel abandoned by God, yet continue to trust Him, you worship Him in the deepest way. Rick Warren. The Christian life is not a bed of roses. Our walk with Jesus can be full of missteps and stumbles, discouragement and disappointment, and too many times when we feel God is distant. What do we do in those moments? Rick Warren writes, God is real, no matter how you feel. It is easy to worship God when things are going great in your life, when He has provided food, friends, family, health, and happy situations. But circumstances are not always pleasant. How do you worship God then? The deepest level of worship is praising God in spite of pain, thanking God during a trial, trusting Him when tempted, surrendering while suffering, and loving Him when He seems distant. The most glorious example of such worship is seen on the cross. The Father, for the first time in all of eternity, has turned His face away from His Son. And in far greater agony than from His physical wounds, Jesus cries out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Jesus is feeling the full force and horror of being abandoned by His Father. What does Jesus choose to do? Look at His final 3 words from the cross after this desperate cry. They are all spoken to the Father, and they are all quoting scriptures. I thirst. Jesus expresses His desire for the Father, that He is desperate for the Father's presence as the deer pants for water. It is finished. Jesus proclaims that He has completed the mission for which the Father sent Him to the end. He is obedient to the Father. Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. Jesus looks up into the void, this distance between Him and His Father, and in complete confidence surrenders His spirit to the Father who has turned His face away from Him. To paraphrase Rick Warren's quote from above, Jesus felt abandoned by the Father, yet continued to trust Him, and in doing so, He worshipped the Father in the deepest way. Today's prayer: Lord, may I trust You and worship You even when You seem distant and I feel abandoned.